What's up, good people? Welcome back for the existing members, subscribers, and if you're new to this channel, hi, I am Christine from Christy's World, and I make videos about business and general lifestyle, anything that goes around my world. But I am passionate about business and other videos that I've done about poultry farming. Today's episode is about business, and I have done quite a few videos about online startups. If you're new, if you've not watched the other videos, you can check out the link that I'm linking up above. That is the playlist of my business videos. And since I've stayed for some time without doing a business video, today I decided to just make one that is inspired by what we've been going through during this tough season of COVID era, and generally 2020 has not been the best year especially for startups. So let's delve right into it. As I just said, I am passionate about startups and startups, especially those in the digital platforms, as I have been one myself. And I always feel like every day is a learning opportunity, and some of the things that I've learned over the years, I find it necessary to teach or share with other people who are trying out new or rather small businesses in the digital space. So today my video is inspired by the tough times that we've been going through during this 2020. This year has not been the best year for startups or any business for that matter. The first part is on how to grow your audience on the digital space, and also how to survive the tough times like what we've been going through this year. During my first videos, I think I talked about creating how you start off on the digital space. In this case, I'm talking about mostly we are talking about the social media, creating social media audience. So as usual, someone asked me, because of course I mentor a few people, and sometimes someone asked me how do I grow, maybe for example my page, maybe my Facebook page. Some of the advices that I give them is part of what I'm going to talk about today. I just tell someone, yeah, just create a page and start posting your product. But before that, once you create that page, I give them like the first 3 or 4 steps to follow before now they fully run their social media platforms. In this case, I just tell someone, for instance, if it's a Facebook page where we all start, you create that page. Then secondly, I tell them, invite all your Facebook friends. Yeah, those should be your first audience. Before you start even looking for audience outside or anything, start by inviting all, capital ALL. Invite all your Facebook friends to follow or like your page. Yeah, when you're inviting your friends, you'll see the option of when you create a page, there's always that option down there where you're told you can to either invite your friends or invite through WhatsApp. So you have 2 options. You have the 2 options. Please make use of them. I'm actually going to link up a short demonstration of how I did or still do with my own page. So this is my business page, and as you can see right up here, last week alone I've gained 252 followers just from requesting my friends on Facebook, those that I had not requested previously. I also tried to share links, as you can see. So I come and invite some more friends and check. For instance, I've invited most of my Facebook friends, and there are just like 142 of them that are not invited. So let me just do it. Please, if you have like 3,000 friends on Facebook and you're starting out, you send out all those invitations. Out of the 3,000 people, at least, let's say at least 200 of them will accept your request. Yeah, voila, just like that, you're starting off your page at 200 followers. obvious, we have other contacts that are not our friends on Facebook. So the next thing that you do is send out your link. Send your link to your WhatsApp contacts. Yeah, send your links to your WhatsApp contacts. If you have 100, maybe 200 WhatsApp contacts, let's assume even a quarter of them accept and follow your page. Maybe you can do it more effectively, like you send out that link and describe a little bit. Don't just be sending people links randomly. Just maybe tell them, you send the link and you ask them politely to follow or like your page, and that you're starting this kind of business and such things. And most of the people will appreciate that, because at least you're doing it in a friendly way. You know, a lot of people don't like just being sent links without explanations or such. So make sure that you send that request and explain, so that this person takes you seriously and they are most likely going to follow your page, because our WhatsApp contacts are mostly people that we know. Leave alone the Facebook contacts that mostly you don't know a lot of people you don't know them physically in your friends list. But WhatsApp, actually these are your contacts. That means most of these people, 90% of these people, you most likely know them and they know you. So there is a higher chance of them following your page. At this juncture, a typical page now, we are assuming now this page is even maybe close to 300 followers or so. That itself is a good start. At this juncture, the future of your business is looking great, isn't it? Okay, the other step is to follow as many as possible. Follow as many marketing groups on the social media platform. Yeah, this increases your chances of people, a wider audience, seeing your posts and following your page directly. As you share these posts directly from your page, make sure that you request anyone who comes across the post or is interested in that kind of products or services to follow your page. In this case, if you continue doing it regularly, you'll continue gaining more and more followers or audience for your page, which translates to potential customers. So make sure that you keep on sharing your page posts. Don't just share the product. Share directly from your page, so that people can be able to see, yeah, there's a page, and yeah, they can click and follow that page, as well as check the other posts that you have on your page. That's how you keep on growing gradually. All these methods that I'm showing you are actually organic. We've not even gone to paid promotions and such platforms for marketing. The other thing that you need to do is to follow competitor pages. Yeah, follow those competitor pages. You will learn a lot from these pages. For instance, if you're offering cleaning services, follow other businesses that are offering that service, and you will be able to see, maybe from the comments or reactions and such, you'll be able to learn the things that you should or should not do in your own startup. For instance, if you're following a page, maybe they are selling hair, and maybe you see a particular, you look at the comments and maybe see people are asking, maybe mostly there are so many inquiries about maybe a 22-inch kind of a weave, or this size or these colors. For instance, someone may be complaining and saying, I ordered, but my order took too long to reach me. In that case, you're able to improve on your own in your own businesses. You'll see the things that the customers don't like, and yourself you learn and go and implement them in your own businesses. So in that case, it's very important actually, when you follow these competitor pages, you're going to learn a lot. You look at how they post. If it's a big business and you're here, you're starting your own, just follow them and see what they do. You'll be able to learn a lot from that other competitor page. For instance, if you're following them on Instagram, you'll realize that you can actually then follow the people, the customers or the followers of those people. For instance, I sell shoes. If I am in a competitor Instagram page and I see someone asking for shoes, maybe size 42, and I see, or someone who is looking for shoes in maroon color, and maybe they even told, hi, we don't have such color, and in your own business, you know, you have that color, you have that size, that one is a potential customer. What do? You just maybe follow them on follow these people. And even you can try your luck, and you can even approach them and ask them if they need a certain kind of shoes, that this is the kind of shoes that you offer and such things. And most likely, if this person really needs that item and wasn't able to find it, they're most likely going to become a new customer and a new follower of your page. So those are just simple tricks that you can actually use and maybe grow your audience. With time, you'll find that as you continue practicing these things, your audience will keep growing and growing. This is that you have. Make sure that you keep in touch with your existing customers. Always ask them. Yeah, you can always ask them for honest reviews. Maybe they can review them maybe by just telling you, or maybe reviewing on your business page. Yeah, so that if the page has reviews, a new visitor to the page will be able to see what they are likely to get, and they'll also realize that people have been buying products or services from this page, and that earns you more trust than just maybe just an empty page with no reviews, no comments, no such things. So that itself is a way of growing, because if I'm visiting your page and I look at comments and reviews and such, that shows me that there's activities that are going on in this page, and this makes your business look more legit, of course, of which it is, but this now looks more legit to the eyes of this new customer, or this client who has not experienced your services or your products, but they're looking forward maybe to become your customer. Just tell them, share my page with your friends too, or even if those friends are not maybe buying or seeking your services up front, they can just still follow your page, and you can continue building your online audience. And these are the same, as I always say, there's everyone is important, because these same people are your potential customers. These are the people who will be able to see your posts first, and they are the people that you hope will become your real customers. When you interact with your customers, you'll be able to earn more of their trust, and they are more likely going to refer you to refer you to new customers, and also maybe they'll be able to give you their honest reviews. So those are my tips for when you're starting and trying to grow an audience for your Facebook or whatever your social media page. In this second part now, I want to talk about how to go through the low seasons of the business cycle. First thing that I've learned to do is to collaborate with people selling your other competitors, even competitors. Make friends with your competitors or other people offering similar products or services, and interchange your audiences. Yeah, we can give each other maybe a markup and such. You can give each other a discount, so that if I'm introducing your product in my audience, they will see it, because this audience is the same one that buys all these. If they are following me for the purposes of footwear, they will see a bigger variety of footwear in my page. If I combine efforts with other people selling footwear, they may be selling something that I don't have, but all of them are in the category of footwear. So that is something that really works, because my audience can be able to buy from them. They can be able to see that product and buy, which makes it a sale for them, and also maybe make something for myself. So sometimes combining efforts and collaborating with people offering similar products really helps, and it keeps you it makes your business or your page look more attractive, because people always love when they see new products, when they see something else. Maybe they've been seeing this type of these dresses, and now they're able to see another type and such. That one alone keep people curious. And also another tip that you can try during such times is make sure that you're in as many platforms as possible. Increase your audience in as much as you can. Go to websites that are based, like I've always said, something like Jumia. Always make sure you're in such platforms, because they increase your probability of getting customers that you couldn't have gotten from maybe relying on your only platform, that maybe you're relying on Facebook alone. Also, it's it's good that you become a little bit flexible. Offer discounts to your customers. Don't be so rigid. Show that you also care for their financial wellness, because at this point, if times are hard, people have lower purchasing power. So you also need to adjust your prices accordingly, or maybe you can offer an extra service. For instance, if it's like in my own case, if when times are tough, I also try to loosen up, and maybe if a customer orders something, they pay for something and I give them free delivery, because now you're also showing your customers that you care, that you're concerned, that you understand that times are hard. Those 3 tips, I have used them and I've seen them working, and I wish you all the best if you are a startup going through a hard time right now. It's hard for a lot of us, and I hope that you have learned maybe a thing or two that you didn't know. I always do these videos hoping that someone can learn something. Also, if you know something that I've not included, feel free to include it in the comment section. Comment and tell us, and everyone watching this video, give us a tip, an extra tip that I've not given, add to what I've given, and yeah, we can all there's space for everyone to grow and to succeed. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.